see you. That's right, I see you there. Trying to sneak up on me. You can't do that. I may not have been in the military, but I grew up in the city of Detroit. So I know a few things about combat training. I know a few things about people trying to sneak up on me, too. Okay, that's supposed to be funny, by the way. It's a sad statement, but it's supposed to be funny. Mom and I were talking about it today. Because I was telling her about how I went to the store the other day. And I don't live in the hood. Okay. I don't live in an area where I should have to fear anything. And I don't fear anything. And the store that I went to is not in an area where I should have to fear going into it. But yet there I was, in fear, going into that store. Because a group of people got into an argument out in the parking lot. And it was getting a bit bad and a bit out of hand. And I thought, well, it's going to come to blows here soon. And either the cops are going to be called and people are going to be taken away, or shots are going to ring out. Because once the fists started flying, I knew that gunfire would start. Because that's just the way the weirdos are right now. So I made my way into the store so that I was protected. But the entire time I was out there waiting for all this to happen, because I was out in the parking lot where it was, I told Mom, I said, before I exited my car, I made sure I was sitting in a safe zone. And B, then I looked at my surroundings and managed to figure out my way into the building. Then I came out and everybody was gone, and obviously no police officers came because there's no cars. So I was like, oh, good. And we all left. Everybody, I left. I came home. But yeah, I was teasing Mom about it. I said, growing up in Detroit, I said, granted, when I grew up there, it wasn't as bad as what it is now. I think I was some of the last of the people who didn't fear walking to school. I didn't have that fear. Granted, my school was around the corner, literally from the house I was living at with my grandparents. But I didn't have a fear. I could walk up to the corner store. I could walk up to the drugstore on the corner. I could go down to the other corner where the fire department was. I had no fear on that block. Now, in a matter of 5 years, I had fear. We moved from the west side of Detroit up north, and then we came back down and we went to the east side of Detroit. The east side was much worse at the time. And that's where I was taught fear. That's where I was beat up because of the color of my skin. So for somebody to say, I don't understand discrimination, they don't understand what I've walked through. I know what it was like for the other kids in my class. I know what it was like when my brother threatened the school because he thought I was going to be harmed every other day, because I was harmed every other day, to where I was pulled out of the school and I drove 45 minutes to school every day. And we couldn't live like that. And then we moved up north. And then I was happy for a long time. But yes, I knew fear. So, moving on to talk about other fun things. What have you guys been up to? Anybody knitting or crocheting anything worthwhile? I'm not. I just can't wrap my head around anything right now. I have so many things bouncing around in my head. I can't calm myself by crocheting or knitting. I have 2 items I want to start knitting on. One is a sweater for me, very similar to the bobble hat. It's got the sheep around the yoke. And then I want to do what do I want to do? I want to do the Viente. It is by the same lady that did the hitchhiker scarf. And what it is it's really a ginormous, humongous did I say ginormous? Cowl, scarf thing. And what you do is when you put it on, you can put it on, but you can bring it over your shoulders, so it'll keep your shoulders warm. And because it's got the shawl part of it with the V at the back, it hangs down. And then because it also has the V kind of at the top, you can use it as a cover for a hood. It's a very universal. It's Viente, I guess, means traveler. And that's what this is meant for. It's to help, when you're traveling, it can be multiple things all at one time. So I want to do that. I wanted to do that for a long time. And I've got the yarn, and I got the hook, the needles. And I'm going to make my own. And then, I don't know what else. I still am working on my sister's Granny Square Afghan, believe it or not. I put all the squares together, and I measured them out. But when I put them on my bed, because my bed's a double bed, and my bed is 60 inches wide, and she wanted it 60 by 60. Some of them fall over. So I'm going to take one square off of each one of those. And then hook them together. Hook the rows together, because I got all the rows done. Hook the rows together. Yeah. But I do have to go back and modify it. And I just can't seem to get my Crojo going. I just can't seem to get my yarn going. I want to do some more sewing, but right now I can't do that. Don't get me wrong, I finally got Sugar's bed where she can lay in it now in the room with me, and I don't have to worry about tripping over her when I go out the door. But I don't have the room completely done the way I want to do it before I start in. Yeah, I still have to look to see where I can put my feet. So, have to get that done up. Hopefully, soon. But the best thing is I got my bed cleaned off. I got all the stuff off my desk. All the stuff that I have been putting on my bed is now off my bed. When I was at my desk and I needed to do something, I would put everything on my bed. Now I've got it off of there and off the desk. So that's a good sign. Now I just got to get some stuff up the floor and organized properly, and then I can go ahead and start ironing and getting some more masks done. But that's it. That's all quiet on the Westland front. I will see you guys tomorrow, the 22nd. It'll be later in the day because tomorrow's payday and I've got some running I've got to do. Bill paying and grocery shopping and things like that. And then I'll be home. And I'll more than likely be tired, so I'll take a nap and then I'll come and talk to you. Alrighty? Okay, be safe. I love you all. Bye-bye.